Come to Angler's Choice and grab one of the last few brand new 2024 Ranger Z520Rs left in stock with this end of year holiday blowout sale. These brand new 2024 Rangers have been marked down $5,500. With a free 5-year Gold Mercury factory warranty, interest rates as low as 5.99%, and free storage until spring, there's never been a better time to buy. So get yourself ready for tournament season with Angler's Choice Marine. Give us a call or check out our website for more details.
Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back. So today we're doing something a little bit different because I'm an idiot and I killed my van, at least for the time being. I've got a part coming that I think should fix it, but it's kept me off the water for like the last week and a half. I've got a ton of comments about what rods I've been using over the last 5 videos that I've posted, and I figured this would be a great opportunity to break these things out and go over all of these setups for you guys. We're gonna start with the spinning rods and probably some of my most used rods at this point, especially in the winter time. So first up, you have a Shimano Zodius. This is a 6'9" medium, and I use this primarily for fishing a demiki rig. I have one on the deck almost 99% of the time at this point throughout the year. It's awesome just to be able to flick a little jig head minnow out at fish you see on the scope. It's extremely effective, and it can win you tournaments or just catch you absolutely gigantic fish. Giant, look how fat that thing is. I actually wanted to try a spinning setup that was a little bit on the shorter side for demiki rigging and that had a little bit more of a backbone to it. The reason that I wanted to do that was because I'd switched from a 7.4 medium light. I felt like when I was using the 7.4 medium light that I wasn't feeling the fish load up on the rod as well, especially when they were short striking the bait. So I switched to this smaller rod, and I've had honestly nothing but great success with this thing. The majority of my demiki rigging is with an 1/8 ounce head or a 3/32 ounce head. This 6'9" medium handles it very, very well. The price point on this rod is $210. I would say absolutely worth it. Every single one of these Shimano rods are phenomenal. I've been working with Shimano now for probably 6, maybe 7 months. I've really put these rods to the test. Like I didn't just get a huge shipment of these rods and reels in and I'm plugging them away. I've truly put them to the test, and you guys can go back and check through the videos and see that I've been fishing these Shimanos for quite some time. But sweet little side note, very stoked to be working with Shimano. I truly do think that they make some of the best rods and reels that you can buy on the market. But let's keep it rolling. Let's take a look at the next spinning setup. So you're gonna see a few different rods out of this line. This is a 7.2 medium light X Pride. I've been fishing this Shimano X Pride for over a year at this point, probably closer to 2 years. I got it from my buddy Young Hunter. Generally, I am using this for a drop shot setup, but honestly, this time of year, as it's getting colder and I can catch fish that are on the move, I have 2 demiki rigs set up on my boat most of the time. Now, this 7.2 medium light is an awesome demiki rig rod. Shaky heads, drop shots, demiki rig, anything light that you want to throw. Right there out of that brush pile, baby. I absolutely love the layout of these X Prides. I love a rod with cork on it, but this one has the butt section that is, I believe it's pronounced monocoque. So it's like an exposed graphite. I think it just looks slick, and this spinning rod is one of the lightest, just most sensitive combos that I use. So those are the 2 main spinning setups that I'm using in the winter, and honestly all summer, spring, it doesn't matter. These are always on the deck. The X Pride spinning rod's price point is in that $279 to $300 range. They do go on sale from time to time, and that is definitely like the highest end rod that I use. But again, highly recommend. Now for the rod that I probably got the most questions on, and that is the Alabama rig setup that I've been using for the last month or so. And honestly, this rod is super unique. It's the Shimano X Pride 7.7 Heavy. The cool part about it is it's a moderate fast. You can throw mag drafts on it, you can throw A-rigs on it, you can throw glide baits on it. It can handle a lot of weight. And it has that semi-parabolic action. Honestly, you could probably throw really big, deep diving crankbaits on this thing as well. Along the same lines as the spinning rod, it's a $275 to $300 rod. Another one that I would highly recommend. And again, that's probably one of my favorite rods out of the lineup, besides my glide bait rod, which we're gonna get to, and this one is phenomenal. Before we do that, let's take a look at the jig setup from the very last video I posted when I was down in North Carolina with my buddy Hunter and we were fishing the English Choice Lake Norman event. So again, I guess not much versatility in my rod setup right now, but this is another X-Pride. This is a 7.2 heavy, and this is primarily my jig rod or heavy Texas rig rod. I want to touch on the looks of this rod again. I really like the cork handle and that monocoque butt section of the rod. I love just the simplicity of this entire setup. The X-Pride series all have Fuji guides and CI4 reel seats. The top piece of the cork handle is also like an entire screw, which I'm also a huge fan of. I prefer this so much more than the nut that is on a normal reel seat. It just brings the rod together and it really makes it feel like a $280 to $300 rod. All right, I had to get the rod to show you guys this real quick. Out of the entire lineup, this Curado rod might honestly be my favorite. So this is what I use for my bigger glide baits, jig hook styled swim baits, or just like, you know, exactly what I have on here. It's an 8-foot extra heavy Curado. I feel comfortable throwing my biggest glide baits to, again, something as small as this little tiny mag draft on, and it is the lightest swim bait rod that I've ever had. I think the butt section here is like the perfect length, and one of my favorite features of this rod is that it's actually a 2-piece and it comes apart here at the handle. So instead of having to deal with an 8-foot rod that's one piece all the time, you know, you can take off 18 inches of it right there. I love it. I don't have any issues with it, you know, spinning on me or coming undone, nothing like that. The Curado series also have Fuji guides, the CI4 reel seat, again with the nut on the reel seat. It's the whole entire piece. It's not one tiny little nut here that you need to try to finagle and get under the reel with. Super impressed with this thing, and I haven't even had it that long, maybe a little over a month, but I've absolutely fallen in love with it. This is, yeah, probably my favorite rod out of the entire setup, even over the most expensive ones that I have. This one just truly stands out to me, and I've been fortunate enough to catch some fish on it, and it's awesome. Forgot to mention, I think this is most important with the swim bait rod, it handles 2 to 8 ounces. Again, my biggest glide baits I throw on this. I throw a 7-inch on this. I've even thrown the 6-inch little fish everything bait on that rod, and it's phenomenal. And that one's priced right at $200, so maybe slightly over entry-level swim bait rod, but it's one that you can buy for $200 and it'll last you season after season after season. I'm gonna have this thing in the boat till I break it or it just completely falls apart. All right guys, well there you have it. Those are the 5 winter setups that I'll have on the deck. If you have any interest in any of these Shimano rods, I'm going to leave them linked down in the description below. And if any of you are interested in the reels, leave me a comment down below. I'll do a video on all of the reel setups that I have and what line I have on and for what application. But thank you so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me and hit that notification bell too. I've been trying to post more videos here to finish the year off strong and to have a strong start to 2025, and we're gonna try and stay on top of it, and we're gonna get after it next year. See you guys on the next one.